What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Good morning. It's me, Lupinefiasco. I have to desperately work to fix everything that's broken. It's this one. Hey. Look, now you can all see each other in chat. Now I have recordings of all of the abuse that you all heap upon me every day. And then fix the saturation, give myself a little color, make myself a little sharper. Now you can all see my beautiful face so much clearer. Wow, it's almost like a professional organization. All right, how's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good time today? It's a beautiful Thursday. We're here playing Silver Age. It's not abuse, just tough love. That's right. You all just want to make sure that I'm at my best, no matter what. And if you're nice about it, then I can ignore what you're telling me. But, you know, it's not mean, it's just honest. It's direct. You're making sure that I don't possibly forget anything. I'm excited to be playing into Flattering Showman here because I kind of just haven't played this matchup in a while. And this is, I guess, a new-ish deck. So this is the list from Valencia. This came in second. Oh, this is pretty cool. I get to just free Scepter of Pain here, and I guess I will pitch Sigil Shockwave. Oh, opponent scooped because they were AB0. Well, great. Scepter to deal with fatigue. All right, so this is the second place list from Valencia. Cool things about it. It has Scepter of Pain and Bloodied Oval in Briar, which is not a combination I would have expected. Why are we doing Scepter? Scepter is not to deal with fatigue. Scepter is actually for aggro, because fatigue is always going to have at least AB1, so you're never going to get there with the Scepter of Pain. But aggro decks very frequently won't bring Arcane Barrier into Briar, and so you just get to do it, especially on turn 0. You get to filter, they don't. They start off at lower life because of the Arcane, and then you make a Rune Chant. Playing against Prism. It's an interesting one. First one of the day. We're so great. Is Hemel's Discord name correct? Is it? Yeah, it is Incarnate Zeus. 5409. Should be. Good luck, have fun. You're making me go first? I'm assuming I can just click the aggro board here. So we're playing Scepter Bloodied Oval. This is so that I have more defensive capability in the game, and also so that I take advantage of opponents on AB0. It is also so that I don't give my opponents value on Blade Beckoners. So if I run Reaping Blade or Starfall like you would expect, everyone's Blade Beckoners gets maximum value. Whereas if I play Scepter of Pain, it doesn't. So we're looking at opponent with AB1. I am not going to hard commit here. The question is, do I want to filter out? I think what I want to do is just kind of play Nimblism, Seed, Skizzic. It's like a little unfortunate that this hand doesn't really set up well. I could just pass Arsenal the Lightning Surge and give tempo to Prism. I don't know, that seems worse. I think what I actually do here is just play Arcane Seeds and then pass. I think this is fine. We even get more non-attack actions, so I can turn on Briar, which lets me attack with Skizzic. Wartune Herald for 7. This is going to get Go again from Celestial Fury. I don't have... I think I just let this happen. I don't have the Lightning Press that would make it a popper. Oh, and Angelic Wrath even just takes me to 10, yeah. I think Prison is kind of going to be a messed up hero in this format. Let's see. So I'm going to play Nimblism. I will play out Flourish. Probably going to Arsenal the Sizzle. It's my plan anyway. Just send, what is this, 16 damage with Sizzle and Arsenal. I still have all of my armor up. Bloodied Oval is online. See what Prism's going to do about this. There's a world where I play Sizzle break Bracers, but I don't think that's ideal. Arsenal the Sizzle. This hand is not great, which means I'm going to be blocking with it. This does not currently have Go again. I kind of want to block, kind of want to keep Static Shock so that I can play Sizzle, play Static Shock, and Static Shock is online. So probably blocking 4. I'm in a Sigil of Suffering. Just keeping in mind that Prism does have AB1 and can pay for it. See what she wants to do with this. Goes to 9, keeps the resource, pitches to Lag, or LCF, I suppose. Second Wartune Herald. Here we're going to give the Oval. Oh no, I guess I can't give the Oval, can I? I can give Boots. This puts me to 4. My line is going to be Bracers of Belief, Sizzle, Static Shock for 9, Threatening Lethal. It's not ideal, but Prism's had kind of a nice draw this game. Make the Bracers, reveal a Scar for a Scar, play the Sizzle, play the Static Shock. So that's Threaten Lethal. Prism can use Armor to prevent the damage. She does have a card in Soul. Putting her to 4. She's done a really good job at playing around the Bloodied Oval this game. Very impressed. Ooh, nice. We get some non-attacks. 6, Dominate. This does not currently have Go again. If she has Angelic Wrath, I die. Can I play around the Angelic Wrath? Oh, this has dominate even. That means that, yeah, I am just blocking 3, and if she has the Angelic Wrath, she has the Angelic Wrath. Yep, there it is. If I ever draw a Lightning Press in this game, then we can maybe fix it. Yeah, we were just slugging each other. Losing the die roll was huge in that game too. Definitely want to be going second against Prism. She correctly presented AB1, which is just always good into at least current Briar builds. Now I think we've seen multiple builds on Scepter of Pain, Bloodied Oval. So yeah, not a great game for us there. Another Illusionist. Ugh. To enable chat, sure. Oh no, someone who knows me IRL. Nice, my old friend David Lewis. What are we doing? You'll go first. We'll submit the aggro list. I don't need polarity for Dromai. I really like this list so far. It's very close to what I was playing pre-Valencia. The Scepter Oval is definitely new. It's my last favorite Briar player. Did you say last or least? Motherfucker. Ian, you lost to Prism, where we got 17 value a turn and they got 18 value a turn, but just sending red heralds constantly. Like their entire, every draw was just red heralds and blues to play for, pay for Luminaris. It's truly like, okay, yeah, you just had it. We boarded in, hey, this hand is a hand of cards. What were the lightning presses? This is what we needed in our last game. Lightning press to act as a popper for Prism. And we get to let Dromai just set up. What does this hand do? This hand plays Nimbalism, plays Scar for a Scar, makes it 10. Arsenal's Captain's Call. Might be a matchup where we didn't want to do the Scepter plating. In rare form because I'm pre-gaming for my work Christmas party. You're a madman. Think about this Chromai. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to send face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the Lightning Press to act as a popper in Arsenal, so that I can block, you know, maybe not the Chromai necessarily, something more threatening with attack action and Lightning Press to make it a popper. This could also be a matchup because of the dragons where I want Reaping Blade so I can more easily clear them. My experience with Dromai has kind of been that you really just leave the dragons alone and go face. Interesting hand here. All right, Yenderai definitely gets popped. We let the Chromai go. I am going to pop Yenderai with Second Strike. My turn now is just going to be play Arcane Seed's Life. Deciding if I want to send the Shockwave at the Chromai or at Dromai's face. I think at this point I just kill the Chromai. Experiencing, yeah. We should be on Reaping Blade in this matchup, I think. That would be more helpful, I believe, so that we could more easily clear dragons, which means we also probably want to just be on Blade Beckoners. This hand kind of functions. Showing a Kyloria on top. My turn is going to be play Seed's Life, play Nimblism, send Snatch for 7, possibly break Bracers on it. Can take the Rabble here. Yellow Billowing Mirage. Make another dragon? Okay. Well, now I wish I had blocked the Rabble with my Shockwave that I can't really get value out of. But that's what we're doing. We're learning. We're experimenting. We're figuring out how to play the deck. Do Nimblism. Let's break Bracers here. Snatch a Dromai, sending 9 with Go Again on hit draw. What Dromai doesn't know is that our draw is bad. If this doesn't connect and we don't draw, and I guess either way, if we do or don't draw, I'm sending a Wounding Blow and arsenaling Entwine Lightning. I'm just kind of hoping it works out. I know that my opponent has a Kyloria in hand. I'm expecting to need to block it. Oh, opponent lets it connect. Bad news for us because we cannot convert this hand, unfortunately. We'll send the Wounding Blow that Dromai knows about. Punished for not blocking with our Bloodied Oval earlier, which I'm also still kind of fine with. Again, learning how to pilot the deck, learning when I'm supposed to get value out of my Bloodied Oval instead of saving it for on hits. We'll see how that goes, though. Ian, have you told me where you work? Do I know what you do for a living? Polarity against Briar is always kind of interesting to me. Like, right, this one I'm going to let connect so that my oval is online. This hand does convert. I will get to go, if I can keep the entire hand, I go Entwine Lightning, Fuse Flittering Charge for Go Again, Flourish, Captain's Call, Trigger Briar, Shockwave, Fuse Flittering Charge, send Flittering Charge. We're getting the Civil Service Police Oversight. That's good. We need more of that, at least in the US. I don't know how Ireland's doing with that. Any Rune Blades got a good Florian Sage list? I don't know anything about Florian in this format. We're just taking the damage. I'm hoping that Dromai is going to let me keep cards here. We are not going to get to keep all of our cards, so now what do we do? If we don't get to keep all of our cards, we're just blocking with Shockwave, going to 2, and we're going to Flourish, Captain's Call, Entwine Lightning, Flittering Charge. I think we're probably leaving Kyloria alive. This hand sends 13. Buff power. Copstone of Tanks and Guns. That's fair. That's reasonable. Also, we're going to lose this game too. So what did we learn here? We do want Reaping Blade. I think we also want... I'm just going to send Face. We want Reaping Blade. Wait, I want to try this one with Garland so that I can get more Reaping Blade damage in for when my hands convert and I can just easy clear a dragon. Kyloria for 4. Does not have Go Again. So I think we're playing for the big win here, which is to block with Burn Up. Assuming that Dromai can't convert the hand, and then we just go Scar for a Scar. This presents lethal. We have Lightning Press too. Dromai doesn't have any Ash. So she can't sand cover us. Looks like GG. We get a dam out of our opponent. Oh, she had the sand cover in Arsenal. Sand cover, but no Ash. That gets us there. That's a win in any school district. All right, so we got there. Despite boarding poorly, did manage to get the win. I think, turns out, shocker to no one, Briar is just good. What else is going on? What else am I up to? Absolutely robbed that Dromai. Yeah, we were not supposed to win that game. And I thought about popping the Kyloria, and I'm like, what if I just tried to scum them with, what if I scammed them with my Lightning Press that I lucked into, and 2 cards that actually attack? Against Azalea, we definitely go first. We get to play the Azalea board, which involves Reaping Blade and Bloodtorn Bodice, which I'm really excited about because she gives us tokens and then we destroy those tokens and turn them into resources. So I saw that San Diego just got here. Why so many weapons? What does this hand do? Be kind of bad. I have so many weapons. Because I have a different weapon for each matchup, and especially depending on if I go first or second. So I have Reaping Blade for Azalea and Fatigue. Decks where I want to be turning 1 card into 3 damage as opposed to, and keeping cards in deck as opposed to playing it for 3 or 4 damage. I have Starfall for slower decks. Ooh, we get the Reinforce Align. Also, my hand still doesn't convert. This is kind of rough. So I have Reaping Blade for Fatigue, where I need to keep cards in deck and also present 3 damage. I have Starfall for kind of mid-rangey decks, where they're going to give me tempo. And I want to keep the tempo. And I have Scepter of Pain for aggro decks, especially when I'm going first, because many decks will present AB0 into Briar. So if I get to pitch 2 reds I don't want, send Scepter of Pain for 1 arcane, and then make a rune chant, I'm basically getting 2 damage. And I am also not giving up. I'm not giving my opponent Blade Beckoner value. What am I doing with this hand? I really don't want to take the extra damage from Searing Shot. So I think, as much as I want to keep the Reinforce, the way this hand lines up is that I want to block with Reinforce the line here, cover the full 10. I want to play Second Strike, sending the 2 rune chants. If Azalea doesn't pitch, then the Second Strike becomes active, and then I get to follow up with Snatch. It was not great. I would like to have kept the Reinforce in line, but just based on the way this hand lined up and the way my setup turned out, it is better to just get my value and then present a lot of damage. I am confident that the Azalea is not going to block the Snatch, which means that I'm just going to take an intellect penalty. I'd have to give second strike and multiple pieces of armor. Azalea is good. Those new boots are pretty insane. Yeah, I am not excited for Azalea to get the boots. It does mean that she kind of has to change her build a little bit, like she needs to play more blues and yellows. So it is nice to take her off of reds. But yeah, the fact that she's going to get to like play pump, send arrow, break boots, death dealer, send arrow is insane. Get our Briar trigger. Azalea, pretty interested here in keeping cards. Let's see how interested she is. She could give us a card and Blade Beckoner to stop the snatch draw. But if I'm taking cards away from Azalea, I mean, I'm still pretty okay with that. She had AB1, so I would think that if she had a blue or a yellow arrow in hand, she would have pitched to Arcane Barrier to just stop the turn. You think you've cracked a really solid build, but hopefully I could get it banned. I'm like so weird on this format right now because we're just waiting for bans. Like we're a week and a half away from knowing kind of what the pen meta is going to look like. So we just got the announcement. There's the Blade Beckoner block. We just got the announcement that Calling San Diego is Silver Age, which I'm super excited about. If it was CC, I was really considering just not playing the CC Calling, going and playing the Silver Age Showdown. But now it's a Silver Age Calling, which is like sick. I can just spend the entire weekend prepping. Or the entire like month and a half leading up to San Diego prepping for Silver Age. But I'm so weird on practicing for the format right now because we don't know if we're going to get bans on the 15th. We don't know if there's going to be another BNR before Compendium. We don't know what the Compendium cards are. So as soon as we know what the bans are on the 15th, if anything from Silver Age gets banned, then like, cool, I'm going to, hey, it's something that we can use to break our Bloodtorn bodice. Like really don't know, how I'm practicing for this format. So for now, I'm just playing decks that have been winning. Like I'm playing Briar, I have Chain loaded up and ready for, to practice that with like the Arcane Cussings that won in Valencia, just to get a sense of how do I feel about all of these cards. Molten Shot here, I assume we're just blocking with Seed's Life. We're going to get to Burn Up Shock, Nimbalism to trigger Briar, which lets our Snatch attack for 7 go again. We'll Braces of Belief it, and then I get to break Bodice to turn the Inertia into a resource for Reaping Blade. Yeah, seems fine to me. There's one on hit here, and it's give Briar a resource. I also don't even need to break the Bodice if I really didn't want to, because I'm not going to keep cards. I guess it depends on if the Snatch hits. Yeah, I think definitely of the top decks, Azalea is the worst right now. She still has the Azalea problem of sometimes she just doesn't do enough. Like this turn was, good. She sent 12 Dominate, but the on-hit doesn't matter. And in Sage, there's no Red in the Ledger. Like, she doesn't have the big, important Azalea on-hits. She has the Dominate, which is good, but definitely losing equity as people play the format more and realize, like, oh, if I put Reinforce the line in my deck that hits Bravo and Azalea and potentially other decks too, like, it's just an easy enough deck to beat. Let's go ahead and Brace His Belief here. I'm not gonna... It's interesting because part of me wants to break Bodice now, but I don't need to. Azalea doesn't have armor. It doesn't matter if I close the chain or not. If Azalea blocks with 3 cards, I'm still going to Bodice Reaping Blade. Unless someone brings me, I can't swing Yokohama. Same. Same. I didn't qualify, which I'm okay with. All right, so Azalea's just dying now. Depending on what we draw, we can even threaten lethal here. All right, Shockwave ain't gonna do it. In this case, question is, how much do I value having Arcanic Shockwave in Arsenal versus how much do I value Bloodtorn Bodice? And I think I value the Bodice more. Depending on what I draw into, I will make my own tokens that I can sacrifice to Bodice to pay for Reaping Blade. I think, like, the Shockwave is just kind of fine. See? Like, this hand now, I get to do kind of an interesting line if I wanted to, which is play Weave Lightning, play Sizzle, trigger Briar. As it doesn't make sense. Well, play Weave Lightning, play Sizzle, trigger Briar, play Captain's Call for Go Again, use Bodice to sacrifice the embodiment of Lightning for a resource for Reaping Blade, send Static Shock, send Reaping Blade, send 10 Go Again, 3. You should come to London for the premiere. We can tear it up with Az. I can't swing London either. It's just they're so expensive. Like, London's definitely cheaper than Yokohama, but it's also expensive. See, and here we're seeing, like, this is the Azalea problem. I went first, which was huge, and then for 2 turns, she just didn't do everything. I didn't do anything. Like, her turns were not impactful. We get to send 10 with an on-hit. Azalea has to block this. If this hits, she dies. What's up, Austin? We're just casually crushing this Azalea. Yeah, and then the Reaping Blade just kills her. Double Go Again. I turned the embodiment into a resource with Bloodtorn Bodice so that I could Reaping Blade this turn. Which is actually just not as good as pitching the Captain's Call, but in this way I got to use my equipment. It was style points. Just a casual 19 value game. Okay, Azalea wants the rematch. I'll give it to her. Everything was correct. I, misplayed, but for the most part, the deck is presented correctly. Yeah, no, I definitely could have just pitched the Captain's Call. I was thinking about how to get Bloodtorn Bodice value, and I knew Azalea wouldn't let the Static Shock hit, so it wasn't like I was going to get an embodiment of Earth to sacrifice. Yeah, it's style points. All right, chat, let me know, how easy is it to read chat currently? I kind of janked this together. If it sucks, let me know. Let's see, is Azalea going to do the big high roll thing where she just dominates me for like 14 on turn 0? And then that's like, oh hey, look at how strong this deck is. I'm definitely taking damage here. Sad that I can't block more of this. We get a token for Bodice if I have the opportunity to use it. On your screen, it is that bad? Damn. Is that in any way better? This hand is not good. Yeah, this is an awkward one. We can play Malefic. I wish that I had a non-attack action here to trigger Briar so that I could turn on Skizzik and then break Bodice to send the Reaping Blade and Arsenal to reinforce the line. I think I'm still doing that because I want to Arsenal the reinforce. It's just sad that I can't use my resource. This was definitely bad. This was definitely not the ideal situation. We needed another non-attack action to turn on the Skizzik and like send 10 instead of 6. Oh well. We'll have an Aurora cosplay Briar. Briar is unfortunately Briar is just better than Aurora. Aurora in this format currently doesn't. There is no reason to play Aurora instead of Briar in this format unless you just want to play Aurora. I've been promised by a certain mid-tier content creator to rage a little bit, so I guess I'll have to go to Vegas. You definitely need to come to Vegas. It's also just Vegas. Vegas is fun. Don't worry that it's in the US and no one wants to be here. Briar's the greatest, and I'll fight anyone on that. I just like Aurora's vibes more than I like Briar's. My 2 Marvel young Auroras. I'm fine with Briar being better than Aurora simply because Briar also plays Starfall, and I get to use my gold foil Starfall. That's all I want from the format. This Azalea is really taking her time, passing priority. Is it me? Am I the problem? All right, so we broke our Bodice so that we could Arsenal and reinforce the line. We're gonna see how that goes. Don't you talk about my lady that way? Oof. These are, we're getting some Runeblade hands here. I mean, this hand functions, right? I get to block with Snatch. I can reinforce it up to 6. If it isn't dominated, then I can do something about that too. Like, this is a 2-card 8. And I potentially get to also Arsenal Sigil of Suffering. And it's fine. Honestly, even people from the US are going to melt in Vegas in July. People from Vegas are going to melt in Vegas in July. When I was there for Nats this year, I got out of bed. I walked to a Starbucks at 8:30 in the morning. It was already 90 degrees. It was insane. And that was June. It's going to be even worse in July. Just don't leave the venue. Never leave your hotel ever. Stay in the hotel that is connected to the convention center and then just never leave. Rabble showing Bolton Shot on top. This is where I'm going to cash in my Suffering. UK events day winning is always cold. I kind of wanted to go to London for the premiere, and then I was reminded that London in February is terrible. It's cold and dark, and you don't have any of the joy of the holiday season. So just don't do it. Vegas amenities and venue make up for it every time though. Hell yeah, brother. I get to sit in front of a slot machine for 3 hours and just press the button until lights and sounds happen. I'm so down. 6 go again. You have not death dealered yet. I'm going to say no blocks And if Azalea just doesn't have a follow-up to this, then I'm like, I guess she got me. Oh, never mind. I'm such a Californian, getting cold in any environment. It's London in February. It snows there. We don't have snow in California. I'm sorry, Ian. Oh, JK, we're just now sending all of the damage. Cool. What is this? 12 dominate on hit blood rot? Snowy world premiere would be great, to be fair. I don't know that it's going to be snowy, though. Isn't it just going to be, like, slushy? I think I take 8, really 10, go to 6, send 8, 9, 10, 12 back. I think that's what I'm doing this turn. And keeping the reinforce in arsenal. It's like, again, I don't care about this on hit. I care about the next on hit. Hey, Alex. I'd love to go to London for the premiere, but I'd rather be in the heat in Vegas. I just traveled too much internationally this year, but super glad for so many US events. San Diego in March. I think there's something in February that I could... No, sorry, San Diego in February, and I think there's like Columbus in March that I might go to. We really just get to pick, like, do you want to play CC? There's one for that. Do you want to play Silver Age? There's one for that. What's the tech card people run to destroy the Blood Rot Pox effect? It is Bloodtorn Bodice, which I broke on my last turn to break an inertia so that I could sit on this reinforce the line. My last hand was truly unfortunate, where it was like so close to being good and then just wasn't quite enough. Right, so sending 5 damage. We're just gonna see how Azalea deals with this. I still have 2 burn-up shocks in my deck. So if Azalea goes to 8 here, I can put her to 1. Let's call it 2, because she'll block with Blade Beckoner. But if she's just gonna start blocking from hand, then I'm like, cool. I don't need to go for it here. I can just send another 5. And another 5. We still have the Malefic on board. Give her the chance to block more if that's what she's trying to do. I'll go to 6. I can cover, hopefully, 7 with a 3 block and reinforce. I'm just hoping I don't get punished for not blocking with this Braces of Belief. This hand is pretty good. I get to send 4, 5, 8, 12, 14. What's the chance they ban Sutcliffes in Sage? I could see a Sutcliffe ban. They definitely need to ban something from Chain, right? I think he's the de facto best deck at the moment. He just keeps winning things. As much as every person says that they have Chain tech. This hand is great. Send 14, block 7. That is the plan. We're going to see. I mean, if Azalea doesn't dominate this, then I might just like put 10 in front of it, send 7, 9. What is this? 11 on hit blood rot? I can block 7, die. Or I can block 9, go to 2, send back 7, 8, 7, 9, let's call it 10 that Azalea needs to give me 2 cards to stop. Or I could just block 11 and like start over. Just a very interesting hand. If either one of these was lightning, I would consider just keeping the entwine and that and send the 2 card 9, 2 card 11. But it's a little harder when I can't fuse the entwine lightning. Blocking 7 here kills me. It's a very greedy play, and I don't think that I win off of 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15. I'm just going to block like this. I'm just going to hope that Azalea draws the brick hand. Block 11 here, sit on the reinforce. I lose my embodiment of Earth, which is too bad, but yeah, we're just going to check whether Azalea can find it. She didn't brick. If anyone's keeping track at home, she didn't brick. And now I'm assuming we're dead. We are technically not dead, and I know there are many people in chat who get bothered when I concede losing games, so we'll play this one out and then die on my next turn. I don't know how we were supposed to win this game. Maybe breaking the bodice was just greedy to break it when I did. All right. I am just going to concede. I don't want to play this out. And anyone who's like, oh no, I hate when you concede games early. Like, okay, cool. You play out the ones where you have to watch Azalea spin her wheels for a little bit before she just dominates you and kills you. I think breaking the bodice when I did was bad. It was just unfortunate that my hand didn't do anything. Like, that's really what it was. I needed my hand to be better. We'll go first, do the aggro board. Could have been a 5-arrow hand. I'm not going to play for those. In a tournament, I'll play for those. Ooh, I get to do the thing. Right? You have presented AB0. So I get to do Scepter of Pain, pitch, pitch. Arsenal Captain's Call. Oh god, the chat box. Is the chat box bad? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this chat box. All right, if you all hate it, I'm gonna hide it. I'll fix it. I'll make it better for next time. Hot streak for 2. What does my hand do? My hand does Captain's Call, Malefic Incantation, Arcanic Shockwave Fuse. No, Static Shock, Arcanic Shockwave Fuse. I can take 2 from the hot streak. That's fine. Kasai's going to have the Blade Runner. Oh, it's white on white during the lobby. All right, I'm going to turn it back on then. I'm going to fix it. Everyone relax. I'm going to fix the chat box for next time. Jesus. Lorge. I think this is fine, right? I could give all of my equipment to stop this. I could give... Like, I could make this block and then kind of be sad. I think I'm going to block with my Bloodied Oval while I can. And then just play out the hand like I described. So it's going to be Captain's Call, Malefic, Static Shock, Arcanic Shockwave, Fuged Lightning Surge. And it's like sort of unfortunate that I'm not threatening the Static Shock effect. But there isn't a good way to really sequence this hand. And I want the Lightning Surge in Arsenal. I get to send 6, 6, 7, 11, 12. Getting blocks from Kasai feels pretty good. She's even going to take 1 Arcane, so my Briar triggers. Feeling pretty good about my position. I'm kind of assuming that this is just going to be Pitch Blue, Hot Streak, Blade Runner, Saber Pass. Six, 7, shut up. Yeah, I'm like, this doesn't work the way that you think it does. Break the Gallantry Gold. This does not currently have Go Again, which means that I need to block, block, block. This is when I cash in all of my Blade Beckoners. This doesn't hit. You don't get to break Bolters. You don't get 3 more damage this turn. Sadly, I cannot trigger Briar to get the Skizzik going, which means that I Weave Lightning, play Lightning Surge, Snatch Press. Maybe I was supposed to keep armor and block with the Skizzik instead. That's probably right. So I could at least stop like a hot streak. Look at that Briar trigger. I am going to now threaten lethal. I have the Lightning Press, so I'm very likely hitting with the Snatch. I get to draw Malefic Incantation, which I guess I'll put in my arsenal. Everyone's 6-7 in chat. Do it. Malefic Incantation on top. Yeah, we just arsenal that. I'll block with this frickin' Skizzik. Skizzik in hand is always the worst. Sadly, unlike CC, I don't get to pitch it to the bottom and then find it later with Serenade. It's just like, oh, I guess, yep, it is just supposed to be there. And I have no Nimbleism. So the Valencia list, Valencia second ran a copy of Jack Be Nimble instead of one of the Skizziks. I'm like, oh, well, even if this was Jack Be Nimble, that doesn't bail me out anyway. Thank you all for 6-7ing in chat. Sure. Oh, God. Well, now I wish I had arsenaled this Skizzik instead. I am not legally allowed to block with this. I mean, I do have an embodiment of Earth, so I'm feeling pretty okay about that. Block with a Nimbleism. Anderson John Lupine, how do you do, fellow kids? Fiasco Cooper. Listening age of 22, baby. What is this attacking for? Jesus Christ. 8 dominate. The sad thing is that I don't have a rune chant out, so I don't just win the game. I block you with a Weave Lightning. Go to 5. You can't use your bolters for anything. I get to go Malefic. Oh wait, should they just keep one card to pitch to Scepter and they're cooked? Well, they're AB0. I think I need to take this line because I don't know. If the Kasai is playing any kind of like take it on the chin, I die. Scepter wins if she doesn't have damage prevention. I haven't seen any yet, but I know that if I was playing Kasai, I would put damage prevention in my deck. So I can't go for the risky play. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I just get her hand, make some rune chants, and then I'm chilling. I mean, this is pretty okay from her. It'd be Hot Streak. I have to block it. It's going to get go again. The Saber is online. So we go block 5 here. Hot Streak is on. Saber for 2. This one I just take. Hi, Ian. I said hi earlier and you missed it. Wow. Ian Holland. Always, he's just out here breaking hearts, ignoring people. All right, let's see. Did she have... She did not have prevention effects. Okay, so I could have just won the game. But now we know. I still think that it was the right play. Like, Kasai's are playing prevention. That specific Kasai wasn't playing prevention. Against Fi, we go second. We do the aggro board. So this is interesting going second. Am I supposed to play Scepter of Pain, Bloodied Oval? Or am I supposed to just play Reaping Blade and say, yes, you are going to get value out of your Blade Beckoner equipment? Let's try it with Scepter Oval. I'm just curious. Playing a not a Rune Blade in Sage, I think and assuming we'll make deck building mistakes. You're so right. I am going to try the Scepter. What I don't know with this build, with the Scepter Oval into aggro, and I know I'm supposed to play it into aggro because that's what the deck builder said. What I don't know is, am I supposed to be choosing to go first into aggro decks? That I don't know. Because if I went first, they're AB0, I just do Scepter, I Arsenal Burn Up Shock, and I'm in. But I have to think, I don't want to go second, or I don't want to go first in an aggro mirror. To do Burn Up Shock, Fi takes the 1, it turns on my second strikes. We get to just second strike, Arsenal Weave Lightning. Shaking my head so hard I'm about to take off like a helicopter. Government jobs are pretty cool. I'm going to break the chain. I'm going to bracers here. So this attacks for 7 potentially. Nah, we're just sending this. I'm just going to try to get 2 cards out of Fi and call it a day. Get to take tempo, set up a 5-card hand. Hey, this hand functions. Snatch for 4 is surely fine. I get to do Weave Lightning, Malefic Incantation, Skizzic for 7, go again, Snatch, press it. Fi is currently taking an intellect penalty. John supports the government, Lupinefiasco. Well, I am a state worker, so I at least, in a way, am supporting state government. Although I truly hate Gavin Newsom, who is the governor of California, where I live. He has political aspirations, and that means that I get to spend, what'll it be, 2028 is going to be our primary season, telling everyone who doesn't live in California not to vote for Gavin Newsom, because he is truly terrible. Not to get political in the flesh and blood stream, but Gavin Newsom sucks pretty hard. But yes, I do work for the state of California. I am a state government employee. Isn't Newsom like actually insane? Newsom is Democratic Trump. What's this hand do? This hand does Entwine, Fuse, Arcanic Fuse. He is Democratic Trump in that he is very much an opportunist. It's just whatever. I probably didn't need to block that, if I'm being honest with you. Whatever position he needs to take, whatever position most fuels his current agenda, is the position he will take. Mr. Fiasco, you need to become a real big-time card games YouTuber and do streams where you just read political tweets and react to the news. I feel like I'm going to get red-hotted this turn. I feel like that's what Fi is trying to set up. There are Blade Beckoner, so I'm not getting life of the partied. All right, this damage I take so that I can go below life for the Bloodied Oval. All right, I'm no longer getting red-hotted this turn. So what does that mean? That means that I do Entwine, Fuse, Shockwave, Fuse, Arsenal, Flittering Charge. John's just describing the U.S. Democratic Party. What opinion is popular? Red Hot, my goat. I'm so afraid of it. One of my locals plays Red Hot, and it's like truly terrifying. I am going to get 2 cards out of 5 here, so I'm no longer afraid of Red Hot. I also have enough Blade Beckoner that I can fully cover an Ember Blade. So I'm like tentatively okay with what's happening to me. I mean, in theory, I like that political parties do the popular thing because that's what they're elected to do. It's just Newsom in particular, not in particular, a bunch of politicians are snakes, but Newsom is a snake. And I'm very worried for our primary season that many people are going to vote for Newsom because he's a charismatic Democrat. The problem is that he's just Trump. Hey, this hand doesn't function. Okay, great. Were you on Red Hot? You were not on Red Hot. You were on some truly wild tech. The double polarity makes sense. I hate March of Loyalty. Double compounding anger is a trip. And then push the point. Like, I guess because no one's blocking the Phoenix Flame. So if you get to do like head jab, pitch blue, Ember Blade, pick up Phoenix Flame, play Phoenix Flame, no one blocks the 1, and then you push the point for 6. That's kind of spicy. Am I going to PT Yokohama? I am not going to Yokohama. Yokohama is too expensive for me right now. I did so much international travel in 2025 that it is off the table for at least the first half of 26. Which means I actually don't know how much travel I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm not going to excuse me, you go first. If you're going first, I was not impressed by Scepter. So I will do the, like, fully aggressive board and see what happens. You're KO. Okay, this is not Reinar. I actually don't know how much international travel I'm going to do in 26. Because I'm not going to Yokohama. I'm not going to London. Second PT is... second PT is in Vegas, which is in the US. So, like, it would be another world premiere or Worlds. Damn, I really wish I could actually block with this lightning press. So... oh, I guess I'm just discarding this anyway. Yeah, could have been worse. Could have been worse, could have been better. You're not going to be rocking with the worst comp event ever, competitive stage with no heroes banned and people playing cards they've only seen for the first time the day before. That's fun, though. No, I'm playing in Calling San Diego, where I get to do all of that, but the next week. It's going to be fun. What does this hand do? This hand does play Malefic. This hand does play Rabble, play Malefic, Shockwave, Arsenal Seeds. This is my quiet year in 2025. Going to try to ramp it up again in 26. Yeah, but Ian, you've been doing the mental thing. No one's gonna give you grief for that. Close the chain, play Malefic, do it this way so that I start with a rune chant, which I care about way more than sending one more point of damage this turn. Arsenal the Seeds, which is maybe wrong. Okay, never mind, it isn't wrong. Now I will definitely be at parity or lower than KO, so I get my 1 point and Reaping Blade doesn't stop me. So I'm probably just, like, sending this entire hand. That's why I'm looking forward to it. That's just going to be so ass in a good way. It's going to be... I'm sad that I won't be there, but I'm also fine because I'm just playing again the next week. I'm going to at least make it to Nats in the Pro Tour, maybe the world premiere that happens in the States. That's about it, though, unless they announce a Denver calling. It's possible. Yeah, Nats in the Pro Tour are pretty easy. Surely you don't trackers here. Yeah, okay. So this is the end of your turn. I can block with some Blade Beckoners just to get the value. I go to 6. I get to Seeds Life, Scar, Entwine. I get to Entwine, Fuse, Scar, press 1. This sends 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 21, if my math is right. Disappointed I didn't get to chat with you. Ashen Wings and at DM Armada's Sage thing. Wow, Ian, what a bad person. My only fab goal this year is to make top 32 at Irish Nats. I would love to top US Nats. I made day 2 of Nats, US Nats this year, and then dropped so I could go play the Calling instead because I was X3. And, I don't know, just got scared because I'm a little baby. So I send this, I fuse, you take it, you go to 12. I send this, you go to 8. I break chain, play Seeds. Okay. I need to send the Entwine first, and this is assuming that KO doesn't block anything. Yeah, I was X3 and was like, I'm not going to day 2. I want to go play the Calling. It's higher EV. which was like very wrong. Bad idea. Okay, you're blocking. Well, that's pretty good for me. I only got to fist bump Lupine at Worlds. I was schmoving. I was all over the place at Worlds. It was a nice thing about playing in the side formats is that I got to just go do other things with my time. If I qualified for Irish Nats, I could make top 32. Someday I will go to Ireland. It's definitely a place I would like to visit. John is worse than you think. He's a content creator. It's true. I met up with Agroblaze at the content creator table in the Calling, which was the X3 table where we were both dead. Okay, so KO apparently wanted to keep these 4 cards, which means that I get to do the fun thing where I say, here's lethal damage. They know that I have a lightning press, which I can use or not. I could make top 32 Irish Nats. I don't know how many people are in Ireland is the thing. Did you forget that I have this lightning press? Or are you the rare KO deck with a D-react? Or do you just have a hand that doesn't block? I send... What was this? 11, 14? I would have had 3 more damage at the end of this. So you're at -4. Okay, so I just get their hand. That's what I figured, Indigo, when you said that. I'm like, surely you're not being kind to me. And then I bullied poor Zach. I didn't even bully Zach. I should have bullied Zach. My opening hand was like double Mordred, read the runes blue. So I'm like, cool, Mordred grasp, read, like make 6 rune chants, Arsenal Mordred, I'm so set. And then I just kept drawing hands that were like 1 resource off of doing the thing. It was always like, there's something missing. Something about this says that I don't get to just murder you with Viscerai. I have to play like a fair game, or I have to wait, or I have to take too much damage to actually do the thing that I'm trying to put together. He almost got me. Like, I forgot that Aurora was playing Warmongers. So I had this neat turn set up where I was going to 9th blade him, and then he Warmongered me at the end. And so I 9th bladed him anyway. I just had to hard cast it. It was not... It was a lot closer than I thought it should have been. But no, I know that he did not have the best tournament. I think he was also a little offended that I called it the content creator table. I think he, playing against Shane. So this is where I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I definitely wanted to go first. I feel like I'm not supposed to do the Sceptered Bloodied Oval. I think this is really only if I go first. But I don't know if I'm supposed to play Tiara against him. I think the answer is yes, because they are playing... God, I'm blanking on the name. They are playing... This hand is terrible unless I take damage. Sigil of Suffering. Ooh, you're attacking me? Nice, I get to actually filter this terrible hand. They're playing Sigil of Suffering, so I do need to play Spellfray Tiara. Zach is cool. I've only gotten to meet him a handful of times. But every time I meet Zach, I'm like, yeah, Zach's cool. I just get to do more blocking. I guess I could have fallen below chain on life to set up... Oh, we would have been tied. So I would not have gotten to set up... Oh, shoot. I was supposed to be on Garland. Oops. I also could have withheld this information. my Briar trigger, play Flittering Charge. I'm going to arsenal this Polarity. If Change is taking a bunch of damage, I might not get to use the Polarity for a bit. Yeah, like, are you just passing? That's pretty cool. Shane hits the Deathly Wail off a single shackle. Why is he so much better at this game than I am? All right, what is this turn doing? You're making the 2 Rune Chance back. God, this turn is nuts. My turn is also going to be pretty cool. So I'm taking, this is +3, 3, 6, 12, 14, 19, and then I Polarity back up. This puts me to 8, which is what I expect. You have chained. You are not playing Sutcliffes, so you're not going to get to Reaping Blade me. You can take this damage. I suspect what I'm doing is block Polarity. Break Bracers, burn up Shock, I see you're also playing the Polarity tech. Nimblism. Runeblades are just bananas. They are. Runeblades are truly a problem in Sage. Like, really, all of them are a problem in their own unique way. I'm hoping Chain just got stuck with some 2 blocks here, and I get to murder him. As he cannot, unless he has the D-React, which I have Spellfray TR, he cannot reduce me on 1 card. I have the Spellfray for Sigil of Suffering. If he puts 3 cards in front of the Skizzik, he cannot stop me. I mean, I do get the Ebb and Fold, which is, we take those. Do I think Vinset is a problem as well? I'm sure if, like, if Chain gets banned, I'm sure there is a world where Vinset is a problem. Hey, Chain missed. That's always exciting. Like, I'm sure there is a world somewhere where Vinset becomes an issue. You Reaping Blade me, that's fine. What's the follow-up? What 2-card play do you have? Have I seen Nathan's Earthbriar list? I know he has an Earthbriar list. I haven't seen it. Did I miss something? Why did you not make Rune Chance? If I don't block this, I go to 2. I get to do Nimblism Skizzik for 6. You give me 2 cards, and I press. And I have Tiara that keeps me from dying to Sigil. I think I'm supposed to go to 2 here. Am I missing something? I do want to try the Earthbriar at some point. Just because it is like a fun new thing. Right? And it's like, if you board for Briar expecting redline aggro and then she's playing Earth, I assume it goes poorly for you. Why always waiting to be below opponent health to play Polarity? Captain Crunch, because of Reaping Blade text.
If I have more health than my opponent, I can't gain life. So I need to let myself go below chains to play polarity to bring myself back up. All right, so this is just a visual bug. There are 2 rune chants on the table here. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, rune chants are pretty messed up in this format. Okay, there are rune chants. I just can't see them. Hey, there they are. Yeah, this is a messed up format. The format is fine. Runeblade is a messed up class. Yeah, Reaping Blade is really easy to forget about, and then you don't gain life like you expect to, and you're sad about it. It happens a lot in Chain when I play Deathly Delight, because you're Chain, so of course you're winning the game, and then you Deathly Delight, and then it just doesn't work out. Okay. Playing against Pleiades. So she's interesting, because I've played against multiple Pleiades. They have the opportunity to pivot between aggressive and defensive. What if I board for fatigue? What does my fatigue board look like? I think this is just what I'm supposed to be playing. Question is, do I want Reaping Blade or Starfall? Because Pleiades has so many 3 blocks in the deck, she just has the option to pivot if the game is going poorly, but I'm like playing too aggressively. She can fatigue me, and so I think I need the Reaping Blade more than I need the... I need Reaping Blade more than I need Starfall, because I need to be able to turn 1 card into 3 damage instead of 1 card into 2. Bye, Ian. Good to see you. I know she's playing AB1. I am going to Sigil of Suffering anyway. I only want to give up 1 card. Okay, I'm taking 2 this turn. All right. What is the purpose of Bodice besides playing into Azalea to destroy inertia, blood, frailty, etc.? There is no other purpose. That's the only purpose. It's just Azalea tech. I think red Flying High is better than Captain's Call in this deck. I disagree. Because Flying High, or because Captain's Call has modality, you can play it for Go Again if you need it. If you don't need it, it's just +2. Captain's Call is Go Again and +1. It's fine, but usually you don't need both modes. You just need one of them. And usually you don't need Go Again. What does this hand do? This hand does... I believe this hand does Malefic Incantation, play Rabble, pitch 2nd Strike for Reaping Blade, Arsenal Press. Don't screw up too bad, John. I'll watch the VOD hungover. I'm going to try. I'm going to try not to screw up too bad. Showman isn't bad, but Chain can send more than most can block, and Briar gets embodiments, which helps with blocking Crush. I haven't tested the Briar Showman matchup much. That's what I want to put more time into. If you let this connect, do I get my 4? Or am I actually playing towards not being fatigued? That's interesting. I don't want to like send here. I'm waiting. I want to save the press for a burn-up shock. I think I'm sending the 2nd Strike instead of pitching it. I think if Pleiades was Terra and had a bunch of 4 blocks in the deck, then I am pitching to the Reaping Blade. But with Pleiades, I think I can take my 2nd Strike value where I can get it. What do I do against Ice decks? Probably die. It's only Icelander for now, which I haven't really tested against. This deck plays exactly 2 cards that aren't red. So the Icelander can be troublesome. I think it's more like you just make them have it. It's something I gotta try. You went lower than me on life. And I wonder if there's a reason you needed to do that. Oh, it's because you're going to use the tension for something. That makes sense. In that case, I have an interesting decision. I could pop Blossom for Reaping Blade and just get 3 here. I don't think I want to do that. Well, this hand can block. Comeback Kid, that's why you needed the lower life. This is 11. I mean, the good news with this hand is it doesn't really do anything. So I'm just gonna block 8 here, take 3. I'm gonna snatch and press it. Much as I want to save the press for Burn Up Shock, I also just want to draw a card. Ice is rough for all red decks. Chain plays more blue, so it doesn't affect him much. It's another reason that I think Chain is like the definitive best Rune Blade in the format. Like, Briar is cool, and I like playing redline decks, but as soon as we know what the BNR is on the 15th, I'm for sure putting all of my effort into Chain. Chain just has way more going for him. He's got blues, so he can pay into Arcane Barrier. Shackles are broken. I forget that Oldhim is a legal deck in this format. Yeah, Oldhim Briar, I think, is also a bad matchup. Honestly, I haven't put that much work into Guardian yet. Playing against Guardian, it's something I need to work on for sure. But again, oh, this is an insane card to draw for the Arsenal. But again, like, until we know what the BNR is, I'm really not focusing too much on this format. I like playing it, but it's more of a for fun thing. Concuss for 7, this is on. You are confident. So I can't stop this because confidence is a really fun mechanic. Do I just take 7 here? I could block with Shockwave. Probably block with Blade Beckoner at that point. Take 3. Lose the Weave Lightning. And just play a 3-card 12. How did he get confidence? He was cheered last turn. He got cheered by the Comeback Kid. If I just block here, what do I lose to the Concuss? I lose Arcanic Shockwave. And I can send 12 Arsenal Weave Lightning. I can also send 15. I think this is fine. I could also discard Scar and do 3-card 13 Arsenal Weave Lightning. I don't hate that. Very interesting. Confidence is rough to play into. I was really sure that Confidence was going to be better than Dominate. Like, oh, this is fine. They're trying to tone it down. Like, that makes sense. That they would want to tone down Dominate. Like, it's too hard to play into. So they made Confidence, which is less restrictive than Overpower. And then the more I play against it, the more it's like, this is so bad. Like, this is so much worse to play into than Dominate. I don't know. Maybe I want to play Reinforce the Line into Pleiades. Yellow Pommel? Goodness. This build is definitely waiting for what happens next. Yellow Pummel's going to eat up the second Rune Chant, which is cool because it means the Arcanic Shockwave has a chance to connect. Which will give me my Briar trigger, which I care very much about. Confidence in the early game is so good. Dominate, I think, takes over in value toward the late game. Once you don't have armor anymore, Confidence is much worse than Dominate. They're both hard to play against. Like, I don't know. I just misevaluated. Hey, this hand does things. Right, Richter scale you're setting up. This hand, I believe I want to keep the Weave Lightning, so I think I'm just playing Weave, Sizzle, Trigger Briar, Flittering Charge, Pitch Captain's Call to Reaping Blade. So I'm sending 13 damage that way, which means I believe I want to break Bracers of Belief here. So that I am, okay, threatening lethal. Opponent apparently just didn't want to play the game anymore, which is sad. Their hand kind of functions. That's sad. We were having fun. Confidence when they have armor, dominate when they don't, overpower when you want to play Betsy. She's Bet's deck in format. Yeah, I definitely wrote off Confidence and then came back and was like, oh shit, this is really good. Chain, okay, against Chain, let's go first. If I'm going first, I will play the Scepter one. Still playing Spellfright Tiara for Sigil of Suffering. I am not playing Sigil of Suffering because I don't want to turn on Chain's Deathly Wail, Deathly Delight effects. Because Chain, unlike Vinset, doesn't have a way to deal himself damage. Hey, this is a functional hand of cards, and you have presented AB0. So what am I doing with this? I believe I'm playing Seed's Life, pitching Shockwave Polarity to Scepter, and then arsenaling Lightning Surge. I'm arsenaling one of these. The question is which one? Do I want to be aggressive, or do I want to stop Chain from killing me? We do... Oh, you do have AB. In that case, I pass. Ah, he almost got me. I didn't see the Null Rune Boots. That's AP1 Fiasco. I don't read cards. It has the same color scheme as the rest of the Runeblade stuff, so I'm like, yeah, of course. My opponent has not presented Blade Beckoner, so I'm immediately punished for having the Scepter of Pain. Reaping Blade for 3, go again. What does my hand do? My hand does Scar for a Scar, Lightning Surge, Shockwave Fuse, potentially play, depending on if I take Arcane and play the Polarity. If you're sending Reaping Blade, I am going to say no blocks. I think I want to get blocks from my plating on other things first. All right, that does not affect what I'm doing this turn. Scar for a Scar is still online. Cards are meant for eating, not reading. You're so right. That's so true. The Scar, Surge, Shockwave, Fuse, play, Polarity. Shockwave deals it to target hero. That's always good to know. I can't do it this turn because I will be at higher life than my opponent unless they like seriously overcommit to blocking. But just knowing that I can Shockwave myself and then Polarity is always the like 0.1% advantage that I like to know exists in these games. Polarity might get stuck in my arsenal for a little while. I will take the 1 Arcane here. I am always going to get value out of Spellfray Tiara, just by virtue of Chain. So I can save the Tiara for the second Sigil of Suffering when it potentially comes in with like, when it's trying to block a Snatch, or it's blocking something more impactful than what's happening at the moment. But even if the second Sigil of Suffering doesn't matter, it's just like block value, this will always get Rune Chant value. Like I can always stop it. Play Cussing, break Bodice. I guess you don't have, like, of course it's going to connect. You've chained, so this is going to break, so then it's going to be Reaping Blade. Yes, yes. This one I will block with Plating. I can go to 5. Or I can take 5, go to 9, play Polarity. Or I can just take 9, go block, block. Yeah, this is better. That is better. I think I want to threaten lethal here. I can go Bracers of Belief, Nimblism, Captain's Call, send 11, and then press it. Skizzic on top. How good is the Chain matchup for Briar? It's like the reason to play her, right? I mean, it's fine. You're both just kind of racing. I always think Chain's high roll potential is just more than any other deck in the format. Like, that's why Chain is so good. Garland seems better in this matchup. Probably. Second reduces. Oh my god. You know what, opponent? You got it. I'm testing the build. Ooh, this hand sucks. I'm testing it with the Blade Beckner, which I know is what the deck creator intended. Jesus, Chain, we get it. So like Aurora, it doesn't matter. There's no good matchup into Chain because Chain can just do this. Chain just does broken things because it's Chain. Because he just draws cards. This Chain drew 2 cards this game. Drew 2 more cards than I did. Yeah. I cannot win from this position. I did 20 value per turn and I lost the game because Chain drew 2 more cards than I did. It was the first time I've seen the arcane cussing be played against me, and yeah, it was impressive. That was a red mauve, yes. The value of the soul shackles is offset by the mill, as James White intended. You're so right. It's a good thing that Chain can't deal damage fast enough to outpace the shackles. I will go first. That means we are on the Briar plan, where I do Oval Scepter with Spellfreight Tiara, playing Sigil of Suffering instead of Polarity, because Aurora doesn't deal that much arcane damage, and when she does, I might still get caught by my Reaping Blade. Yeah, also the Chain having triple reduce there was, like, absolutely brutal. Aurora has correctly presented AB0, which means that I get to do the fun thing, where I probably just pitch Snatch Static Shock, Arsenal the Lightning Surge, keep the Sigil of Suffering. What's the logic of Scepter for this situation here, where I go first, Briar presents AB0, so I just get 2 free damage. I get to filter my opening hand, and she doesn't. And then she is presented, she's losing 3 life from her Blade Beckoner, because she'll never get to block with it for full value. This Briar is on the 5th place Valencia list, where she has Obel but no Scepter. What just happened to me? Snatch for 12 is pretty good. I can stop it, which I guess I'm supposed to. This is also why you play AB1 or Spell Void 1 in this matchup. Or rather, what's the logic of them not running Scepter? Deck space. You would avoid Scepter, or you would just cut it because you want the 1 spot for deck building. And the more the format gets refined, the more people would just play AB1 or Spell Void 1 against Briar to not get Sceptered turn 0. This is coming in for 4. What does my hand do? My hand does cool, exciting things where I can go 4, 4, 4, 5, 8, 11. It was 4, 8, 13, 14, 17, 19, 20. I think I'm just not blocking. Also, I know that Briar has a Snatch in hand, so I might want to block around that. Coming in for 7, it's effectively 8. You take me to 6. You're going to Arsenal a Snatch. I think I'm blocking with Oval and just keeping the rest of my hand. James White looking at this match's loadout and thinking, what have we done? No, this matchup has a cool loadout. Like, the fact that you play Scepter and Briar and, like, play around the Blade Beckoner equipment, that's really cool. Like, this matchup has cool stuff going on. The real, like, what have I done is anything involving Chain. How am I supposed to sequence this to get the most out of my Shockwave? I think the Briar Mirror is really interesting. I agree. I don't fuse because I want to do the thing where she doesn't know that I have a Lightning Press. Now the Chain Mirror, that's gamey. The Chain Mirror is who can banish better. Block 5 is putting you to 5 currently. I'm going to press it. Hey, we won the game. Assuming she doesn't have polarity, which I have to think that she doesn't. Chat, did you see how well I drew? Did you see how skilled I am at this game? Captain's call for go again. I can sit on my tiara. For go again says that you're going to attack with this. I can just go block, block. That's why you present Spell Void 1. Some real better gamering right there. I think this game really showed us who the better Briar player was. I think it was a close game all around. Both teams played hard. It was definitely skillful from both players. Very little variance involved in that game. I certainly didn't variance the fuck out of my opponent. Hey, it's Briar again. I'm going to go second this game. And I am going to... So the more I've been playing this, the more I do think that Scepter Oval is good going first, but going second... Yeah, I think I do just want Reaping Blade here. As I'm never pitching to Scepter besides turn 1. Yes, she presented 3 Blade Beckoners, but she can only do that so much. I'm also going to present Blossom instead of Blade Beckoner. I'm still going to do the Spell Fray to stop both her turn 0 Scepter and also the Sigil of Suffering. Okay, you're on Starfall. Interesting. Hey, this hand doesn't block very well, but does do a lot of damage. Learning for 10 go again. I just put my entire hand on the table, and if Briar wants to send whatever... if this is Snatch, then the game just ends. And she can do whatever she wants. She can give up an arsenal, do 4 more points. She can keep an arsenal, and like, this was fine. Is KO15 just chopped with Chain and Briar running around? I think there are worlds where you play those heroes, and they're like, okay. But yeah, for the most part, they're just not as good. I don't think that I can sequence this hand without telegraphing that I have an instant for Flittering Charge. I'm definitely playing Burn Up Shock. I'm also going to break Bracers for the Flittering. Play the Flittering Charge. Comes in for 6. Yeah, I'm really hoping that she just puts 2 cards in front and doesn't have the Sigil. JK, she's going to take a bunch of damage, and then I'm going to snatch her. I do not like polarity in this matchup. I get it. Like, hey, it was 4 there, but... polarity in a matchup where Briar is not always guaranteed to be dealing arcane damage. Do you have Sigil of Suffering? Oh, alright. In a matchup where Briar is not always guaranteed to be dealing arcane, and you're playing Reaping Blade, is just so... like, it has such potential to be bad. It's possible. Like, opponent just got 4 out of polarity. I'm not saying it's strictly wrong. It's just the more that I play it, the more that I play this matchup, the more I think this is just not correct. I think I save Blade Beckoners for when she Starfalls on a burn-up turn. I can take 6 here. I think ideally I'm blocking with Captain's Call at some point in this turn, and I am trying to weave, blossom, Scar, Reaping Blade. Bracers, this is surely Snatch. Yeah. Snatch for 9. You are Spell Void 1, so I cannot reliably sigil you. You showed me an Entwined Lightning. I would love for you to not draw that. So I'm blocking 6 and then playing the sigil. And my turn is going to be Scar Pass. I'm assuming that she doesn't break Spellfray here and she just takes one. If she does break the Spellfray, I'm like super up. Because now the second sigil is going to be active. I think there's still a chance for KO in this format. KO seems like he has higher high roll potential than Fi does. Fi also has cute tools like Red Hot that can just steal wins. That's something I want to experiment more with. Also, Fi is a ninja and gets all the tiger equipment. Can play Mask of Many Faces and Life of the Party. So, like, I don't think that Fi is just, like, categorically dead in this format as long as Runeblade exists. You did break it? Holy shit, we're so up. We're doing it. We just send Scar. We keep a non-attack action in our arsenal. Also, Weave Lightning literally does nothing to Scar for a Scar, so if this hits, I get an embodiment. I still have my Tiara. We got Blade Beckoners for the Starfall. I feel relatively okay about my position. There's a weird chance that I just draw 2 shocks and a Sigil of Suffering in the same hand and absolutely destroy Briar blue one time. Damn it. All right, Burn Up Shock on top, so I can't go to 1 and give up Tiara. So excited for Pen to hopefully level the playing field for other classes. I'm very excited for Pen. What does this hand do? His hand does Entwine, Fuse. His hand does Burn Up Shock, Entwine, Fuse, Lightning, Play. I can take 4 here. I'm probably blocking with Burn Up Shock at some point. My opponent's at 3, like, it's fine. I think I'm blocking with Snatch. You showed me a Skizzic, so if I block 2 and you press me, I go to 3. I think that's fine. Garland Starfall, or like Lightning Form. Oh, you're gonna Skizzic at the end of this? Okay. Is there a link to the list I'm playing here? You can do Command Deck. Oh, actually, I think the command deck is off, so actually don't do that. Lol. My decks, it's in the description of this video, but I will also give it to you here. Yeah, Skizzic for 6. What is the actual best way to block? I think I'm blocking with the Burn Up Shock. Go to 4. I think I'm just doing Weave Lightning, Entwine Lightning Surge, sending the 3-card 11. That seems right to me. I have Spellfray Tiara. I know my opponent's going to find a Burn Up Shock, so it gets to block for 4 there. Still has to give me 2 cards on the Entwine Lightning. And then another 1 card on the Lightning Surge and still take damage. Part of me really wants to break Blossom here, send Reaping Blade, and arsenal the Lightning Surge. Problem is our opponent can go to 1, and I only have 1 more way of doing Arcane on their turn left in my deck. I also get a nice little embodiment out of this. Seed's Life wins the game, but I won't gain the life. I guess I could. You've played a burn-up shock. So if I get greedy, I block with Skizzic, I go to 1, I play Seed's Life to gain the I meld it, I try to gain the life, you shock me, I Tiara it, go up to 2. Is that too greedy? You've not played a Sigil of Suffering yet. I don't know if that means you don't have it, or if you just haven't drawn it. Oh wait, I'm dumb. This puts me to 3, not 1. Lol. Yeah, I'm still going to play the seeds. I'm going to meld it. It's going to do nothing. I get to Sizzle, Trigger Briar, make an embodiment, send the lightning. Unless she has polarity, the rune chants kill her, and then I get to Blossom Reaping Blade. Do both. I will not gain a life because of my Reaping Blade. I guess the... Okay, the actual way to do this, if you're not me and you don't get confused and think that you'll take 3 damage after blocking 3, the actual way to do this turn was to block the Lightning Surge with Entwine Lightning, go to 2, play the Seed's Life, meld it, go up to 3, play the Sizzle, Skizzic attacks for 7 because it has go again. Yes, that was correct. Okay. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because I'm still at 3, but there was a way to be able to play life and gain a life this turn. Where's the "are you sure"? All right, well, I'm going to do this. You're not going to gain a life. Oh, you do gain a life. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Anyway. Entwine Lightning, you can survive if you have 3 block, 4 block. You stay at 1, I close chain, break Blossom, send Reaping Blade. Okay, you just don't have it. Yes. She's dead anyway because she couldn't block. She had 2 blocks, but this is why we play Spellfray Tiara in the mirror. So that, let's say that she has 3 block Sigil. If I am on 80 or Spell Void 0, I send Entwine Lightning for 7, she goes block 3, block 4, I take the Arcane, break Blossom, send Reaping Blade, she blocks 3 and doesn't die. And like, I don't know, let's say there's a world where there's 2 burn-up shocks on top of her deck, or she can find it with the like seeds, I send a rune chant, she takes 1 polarity, I don't know. There's like weird outs that she has. Or she draws the second Suffering and burn up. That's why we play the Tiara, for situations like this. Do you bring in Tiara if you go second in the mirror? Yes, I did go second in this game. And I played the Tiara. The Tiara is here for Sigil of Suffering exactly. So that she also potentially, if she brings in Scepter of Pain going first, I can turn Tiara into 2 by stopping the Scepter damage and also preventing the rune chant. So yeah, the Tiara is really good. I do always bring it in the mirror. God, the average value per turn is nuts. Briar's nuts. Runeblade's nuts. They need to do something to Runeblade in this format. The only ban I can think of that hits all of them is Malefic Incantation. I don't know if that does enough to, like, does that just kill Vinset? I don't know enough about that hero. Chain needs more bans too. Anyway, it's been great having you all here. I need to run. My day job calls. Thank you all for hanging out. This was a ton of fun. I'm going to be back tomorrow playing CC. I'll be playing KO, Armed and Dangerous. Depending on what the bans are on the 15th, that's going to be my RTN deck. I just really enjoy it. I think Syndra's not long for this world. Certainly not at her current power level. So if you love KO, if you like CC, come hang out for that. Otherwise, I'll be back next week. Join my Discord. There's a link in the description. I'm going to run a poll on what you all want to see for Monday stream. But thank you all for hanging out, all 290 of you, all 35 of you who are here now. I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. And I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, goodbye.